Greetings and salutations, Tube Dwellers. How would you like to see some first-person Protoss versus Terran action? Secret Shy Boy is going to be my opponent. I am commentating live. I am playing on my main account, meaning I'll be playing Protoss. He is slightly favored. I think I'm rank 32 or something like that in Diamond, so I think that means he could still be Diamond. Oh, and note, we're also playing on Cloud Kingdom. So, live, that means you'll hear my keyboard. That means also that, I may not be the best at giving entertaining and interesting commentary. However, I will try. And even more than that, I will try to play a good game. Now let's see. Versus Terran, I actually really like Charge Lot Archon, and I like opening up with Charge Lot and some armor for the Charge Lots before going out Archons. He still didn't turn it in. That's okay, he'll turn it in a second. I like opening Charge Lots and getting some armor on them, but here lately I've kind of been favoring a Colossus opening, just like a single Colossus, not Colossus range, but just a Colossus to stay safe and stay alive. I almost always like to get a robotics facility because it's very dangerous to not get one. If the Terran just happens to go Cloaked Banshees, it can just be incredibly painful if you don't have a robotics facility. Incredibly dangerous to do any kind of a build that doesn't have one by about the 7.5 or 8 minute mark. So I'm probably going to do that, and I may very well go into a Colossus to follow it up. I should have perfect timing leaving after having made that gateway to get to his base and get a scout off before his first Marine is out. Eventually, when I tell that probe to build that assimilator, he'll listen to me. Maybe about the 4th or 5th time. I should do a 3rd chrono boost here. Hold on. Let me not get off on my build. See, that's going to be 17. That's going to be 18. We do need to go ahead and slap this down now. You guys need to go that way. You as well. No, let me see those gas. That might actually kill that probe, but it'll be okay. And I'm late here. Not a good place to be late. Again, though, small, very minor differences. He does have a gas. Okay. So a gas makes me think that I'm not going to want to do my fastest possible expand. It makes me think maybe 2-gate, maybe even a robo and a 2-gate before expanding. Let's try that out. Let's see if we can be safe and eventually get the expansion out. Play towards the macro when it's a possibility. He may have some kind of, let's see, let's go ahead and cancel that one because we'll need the money right here. If I can get a couple attacks off on him, it'll make it real easy for the Stalker to clean it up. Actually, let's send him that way and see if a bunker's going to be built anytime very soon. Stalker is going to have to rally straight to that SCV. Boy, I just got a breeze in the window. I've got the window open. A breeze just came in, and it was chilly. It is not real chilly out, but that breeze was quite chilly. Let's see, go there, I think. That's too early. You. What is he doing? Oh, that's not good. He has a concussive shell. That means he's going to be doing a push very soon. And my zealot actually got away. I'm really surprised at that. He did not see that a sentry is the second thing I got. And he is now coming for blood. That's okay, because I should have pretty good timing to get a zealot out of each of those right before my research finishes. Now, that's not the fastest possible gateway research, but again, I think this will all be okay. I've got more than enough probes. I'm going to try to get this expansion out as quick as possible. Let's see, 2? Do I have 2? I have 2. Do it. Get those chrono boosts, and I want to get 2 more zealots actually before this nexus, I think. And I actually want to push with that because he's forced me to not do a macro build just by having the potential to not do one himself. Ooh, the pylons. That's going to be nasty. This music epically egging me on. I really hope he hasn't circumvented me in some way. Oh, what's this? What's this? Oh, I like that quite a bit. I like the way this is going quite a lot. All of the sudden. We're going to go straight into Colossi. And we're going to keep as many zealots alive as possible. He has one marine in there. He's already abandoned it. Aha! So, I have a base down. I'm going to stay here at least long enough to ensure that this base finishes. And I'm going to see... I don't have any energy for a force field, but I'm not going to need it. This might be GG right here. I'm not building anything out of my gateways, but it's okay because I'm getting ready to spend a lot of money on this Colossi tech. I'm getting so many worker kills. He does have a second base. He might think that I'm still on one base, so he may be okay with taking some really big damage here. I am going to go ahead and back out now. If I could get... Oh, both of those Marines. Yeah, I'm just going to try to get a couple more SCV kills, and then we're going to have a heck of a follow-up for him. So, I feel like my economy is better than him. I feel like my standing army is slightly better than his, although not by much, but I feel like my tech is going to allow my army to get a lot better than his very fast. So I would like to keep the Colossi chrono boosting, and I would like to get another one right behind him. And that is an advertisement playing on my playlist.com. So don't freak out. That is me, that is not you. Go away, IU help. You nutcases. Here's a lot of gas. I don't have enough energy, I don't believe you. If he's smart, he'll probably try to turn around and do an all-in right back to me. That indicates that what I just did was an all-in, and it was not. What I just did was a, am I safe? Am I safe? Are you going to do something crazy? Well, you're not going to do something crazy? Well, let me use what I just built to push you then, because you put me in a weird spot. Now, I'm thinking 2 Colossi is where we're going to go. I should probably build about 2 gateways on the back of it, and this probe is actually going to follow us out, because we're going to need a proxy pylon right behind. And that reminds me, let me get a couple right now. So now I have the research complete for my thermal lances. I have 2 Colossi. I've got a really good probe count. I feel really good about this game. We're going to come up to the high ground first because I want to make sure that he's not there looking down on me. If I can, right as soon as he's finished, I would like to get a 3-way warp in of stalkers because they will catch up. And I can build a pylon right outside of vision of that Zelnaga watchtower. And I just noticed something. He had a 3rd command center over there. That could potentially be rather dangerous for me. I think this is going to be a pretty straight up bust, though. I don't think there's any way he can survive this. And he leaves the game! He knows he can't survive it. So I'm curious. I just want to see. I'm going to use move commands just to get past his army. Yeah, he barely had anything. His worker count, it wasn't great up here. It wasn't horrible. But I'm guessing his worker count down here was... that actually looks about like full saturation. So he was getting close to a full 2-base saturation. And I was basically at your 2-base saturation. So there you have it. That was a pretty straightforward game. A pretty straightforward Protoss versus Terran. I kind of felt a little weird about his opening. He had that gas that made me not want to sprint straight to my Nexus. If I would have, that Marine Marauder push that he would have done would have just been devastating to me. And then I did follow it up with macro right after doing a little bit of a push myself. Workers created were very comparable. That would have put him in the lead, actually, if I would have sat still. And the reason for that is, and let's see it, okay, orbital command. Here's his 2nd command center at 23 food. Here's his 3rd command center at 27 food. This is about where I pushed in. Let's see, the 5, the 6 minute mark. Crap, I hate that this is in seconds down here. And I hate that it's in weird seconds too. It's not like in 60, 120, you know, like 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute kind of thing. Somewhere right in here though. I guess the lack in army value would tell. Right in here is where we're doing battle for sure, and I'm taking chunks out of his army, and right in here is where I hit a lot of his SCVs. Even on one base, he goes down below one base income, and I killed quite a few SCVs. I want to see just specifically the SCV killed count in that game. So let's jump into it real quick. Let's boost through it. Don't want to see a whole lot of stuff. It was a short game. It was a real simple game. No upgrades came into play other than my warp gate and of course the Colossi range. I was just spamming away to my heart's desire. This little Probu, my best friend here, seeing the refinery and getting out, and he went immediately for a tech lab. I want to see how quick. I know the food that they occur on. As a matter of fact, one's getting ready to happen. Command center, command center. Oh, he actually built it on the low ground. Wow. And he got it done in time to float. That is really crazy. And then here's another one. Boom, third command center. He did those as quick as he possibly could. And honestly, even after doing those command centers that fast, this would have been a decent push if I would have done just one gate and expanded. So he started his third command center before I started my Nexus, but I started army and invested into army quite heavily before he did. Me catching all of this out here was critical, and that allowed me to break this bunker that only had one Marine in it, which allowed me to just really do huge damage to him. He's adding on his other couple racks and then the factory. Decent timing on all this. I actually like his build. The 3 command center build is awesome, but just catching what I caught. I'm going to pause it right before I actually go in. Let me get that Marine too. That was all free. So units lost tab, this was all basically free. I took a little bit of hull damage on these 2 zealots. I think I lost 1 zealot in this engagement out here, where I took out, I don't even know how much, like 2 Marauders and 3 Marines, 3 or 4 Marines. So right now I'm barely ahead of him in worker count. He's actually looking great as a Terran because he's got those 2 mules and a 3rd command center on the way. But the army is heavily in my favor. So let's see how many workers I kill here. This was a good move. He created a wall very quickly here. The timing on the orbital was clutch, but because that bunker wasn't finished, he couldn't repair it. So most of these SCVs didn't really do him a lot of good. Now he did a little bit of hold micro there. Again, I like that too. He's making good moves here, but his build just wasn't, it just didn't have the strength in it to defend, you know, 2 gate pressure. I did 2 gate pressure here. What if I would have done a 1 base 4 gate? It would have absolutely smashed him. And I probably could have even hung in here with these 2 and killed even more workers than I did, but look at him. He's down to 13 workers. And really I was thinking safety above all else. If he gets, say a Marauder pops out right now, and he's already got the concussive for the Marauder. Matter of fact, he's got stim now too. He got stim really quick. Imagine a Marauder and then 2 Marines popping out at the same time right there as my Zealot dies. Then he, for free, gets my Stalker and Sentry as well because of that concussive shell. Maybe not for free. I would have done some damage. I'm not sure I would have even killed any of those 3 units. And then he would have been able to counter push, and it might have been a little bit nasty. As is, I know it's not a big retention, but I retain a little bit, and I have a huge worker count over him now. More than double. Actually, I'm right at double. I'm exactly double. And his mules make us basically look even. Let's see. Let 2 of those return a trip. We're real close to being even. I have almost double the workers. That's hilarious. But yeah, the production's already up. This critical tech's coming into play, and I don't even really need to see the rest of this, but I'll go ahead and boost through it. Second Colossi says, "Hey, I'm ready. Let's go." I say, "Okay, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going," and he's gone. So the army counts, I did already roast quite a bit there, but he wasn't even half if you count the gas. Lost shows it all. Incredibly efficient engagements. And he's out. So even when he left, he was behind me, but not hugely. With these 3 command centers, if I wouldn't have done this push, he would have caught up to me so fast it's not funny. He would have had a huge worker count over me, and I would have lost that game if I delayed, I don't know, I'm going to guess even another 2 game minutes. If I would have delayed till probably 13 minutes, it probably would have been over for me. He would have been able to overpower me. Now I like how after doing the greedy opening that he did, he didn't go for anything like engineering bays, because I came in, I did a lot of hurt to him. He couldn't really afford the engineering base. He was kind of in catch-up mode, and he was trying hard, but couldn't quite do it. So thanks for watching, guys. See you later.